Hey, Merry Christmas, everybody. It is day 23. Christmas is getting so close. Hey, thank you for joining me again today on our Vlogmas. So please, today we start some of our holiday baking, and I want to share some of that with you. Thanks for being here. Only 2 days left till Christmas. Yay! Our daughter got home safely. We're missing her already, but we're counting down to the holiday. And we're still excited. I don't know what that is. What is that supposed to be? Is it not a harp? I don't know. But it's got shiny foil or shiny metallic thread, so therefore it's Christmas. Okay, it's time for baking. I am making right now this really easy. You just put graham crackers and butter. And then the chocolate and coconut and nuts, sweetened condensed milk, and you bake it. And it makes a bar type thing. You cut them into little squares after it cools well. And this is something I grew up having. I think everybody did. A lot of people did. I think Diane did as well in her family. And we just loved it. And while that's baking, I'm making another cookie that is... we just called them cornflake cookies. I don't know. These I grew up with. My grandmother made them all the time as well. And I think you could find the recipe. Back in the 50s, probably Kellogg's put this recipe out so that cornflakes could get used. But it's like the original nutrition bar with oats and nuts and cereal. And so... although, of course, it's not nutritious with all the butter and different things in there. You can see I make a mess when I cook, but I try to get everything out in my reach, all the different ingredients, and it's not set up like a cooking show with all the little white rounds and, all this stuff. Okay, you saw me take that out of the oven real quick. I have this sped up 20 times normal speed. I wish we could bake that fast, right? The cookies came out of the oven, and they are so good. They're a little bit chewy, a little bit crispy, a lot of good flavor. Obviously, if you don't like coconut or nuts, which I know a lot of people don't, this isn't your cookie. But for those of us that do, there is nothing better than this cookie. I mean, it's just a phenomenal cookie. And I don't know why we don't make them all year long. Probably because we just really don't eat cookies all that much. But at the holidays, you have to. So, so I'm baking them up. I love that 3-tiered cooling rack. That saves space. Way too warm to cut, but I tried and then realized no. But don't those look great? Oh, so yummy. We made 3 varieties of toffee. That's pistachio and white chocolate. This is English toffee with walnuts, thicker variety. And this is sliced almonds and chocolate. It is December 23rd. Come on, IKEA, happy elves. What are you bringing us? Oh, one of these creams inside again. Those are good. I managed to get one even though Diane claimed the chocolate. Oh, cute. Diane will like that one. A little gold bear. And of course, Waffles is ready for hers. December 23rd right here. Are you ready, Waffles? You ready for it? You're gonna like these. It's your kibble stars. Yes. Say, Daddy, give me some. There's dinner for you. Well, that wasn't dinner, but the rest will be dinner. Yeah. Let's look at our Bible time today as we continue to prepare our hearts with a greater understanding of the Christmas story and to realize that God, again, playing the long game. This is a classic example of that. We're continuing in Matthew chapter 2, and it says that after the wise men were gone, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream. "Get up, flee to Egypt with the child and his mother," the angel said. "Stay there until I tell you to return, because Herod is going to search for the child and kill him." That night, Joseph left for Egypt with the child and Mary, his mother, and they stayed there until Herod's death. This fulfilled what the Lord had spoken through the prophet, "I called my son out of Egypt." Herod was furious when he realized that the wise men had outwitted him. He sent soldiers to kill all the boys in and around Bethlehem who were 2 years old and under, based on the wise men's report of the star's first appearance. Herod's brutal action fulfilled what God had spoken through the prophet Jeremiah. A cry was heard in Ramah, weeping in great mourning. Rachel weeps for her children, refusing to be comforted, for they are dead. Now, this is a horrible story. Herod was a brutal, insecure leader, threatened that he was going to lose power. But that's not the takeaway here. Although it's horribly sad that the babies were killed, the fact that even one baby would have been killed was horrific. But it's not like it was hundreds. Bethlehem was a small village, just a few hundred people, so the percentage of children would be very small. That said, any baby being killed is horrific, and it just shows how brutal Herod was. But again, fulfillment of prophecies, God's planning this for a long time. God's love for mankind, and specifically you and I, is what motivated him to put these plans into place centuries before. And so it's pretty incredible. The other cool takeaway is Joseph's obedience. Once again, his life interrupted to flee to another country out of obedience to a dream that, some of us have pizza dreams. It's a good thing we don't follow all of our dreams like that. But this clearly was so real to him that, led by the Holy Spirit, the angel speaking to him in this dream, that he got up and moved his family, started a new career in life. He had to live there, and so once again, it was a fulfillment of the prophecy. So just the takeaway in our lives, that even though it may disrupt us, even though we may not understand it, if we feel or sense a clear leading of God to do something that, of course, is not in violation with the rest of the Bible and what it teaches us, but if we feel that God is leading us to do something, we should do it, despite the disruption, despite the confusion of it. That God has a long game for our lives as well. Now, we're not part of this great biblical narrative and this powerful thing, and miracles aren't happening in our lives to this degree. This was a very unique, incredible story going on that changed all of mankind. But the scaled down versions in our lives still are valid applications. And so I hope that encourages you to step out in what we say in faith and make some choices and make some moves in your life if you feel led by God to do it. That's a good thing. Okay. Well, hey, thank you for being here again. As I said, our daughter's gone home, and so as we go towards Christmas, my mother-in-law is with us, and Diane and I, and Waffles. And then our good friends Phil and Kim, although Phil has to work because he's in the hospitality industry. But he's going to come early Christmas morning. They're going to get up early in their jammies and come over here because their kids are also across the country. And so we will celebrate together. He'll go off to work. Kim will join us throughout the day. And then I think when he gets off of work on Christmas Day, we'll come back for dinner and watch some movies and just have a good time together. Of course, we're also going to church on Christmas Eve evening rather than Sunday morning. Our church does the exact same service at both days, all the hours. And I just want to encourage you, it's so easy if you've got guests, family coming in from out of town, it's easy to say to them, well, I'll stay home from church because, my family's here. And I just want to encourage you to instead take the other tact and say, you know what, I'm a person of faith and I want to worship God on this most majestic, powerful, world-changing, transformative day. And why don't you join me at church? It's only a short time. Most churches, it's 45 minutes to an hour, maybe some candlelight, some carols. a little brief message. What an incredible way together to celebrate the most incredible day in all of history. All right. I hope that encourages you. Thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, and all of that. I hope you liked the baking, by the way. That was fun to do. Even though we don't have a household, we'll give some away to our neighbors. Diane, as I'm recording this, is making gift boxes for our neighbors. And we love doing that. So, all right. Be good to others. Bye-bye.